YouTubers and pedos. For some reason, they go hand in hand, and it seems like we just keep running into more and more allegations. Just in the past week, we have had Chris Tyson, and then a couple weeks before that, Dr. Disrespect. It's kind of crazy right now. So in today's video, because I haven't seen really anybody else do this, we are going to be doing a YouTube pedo tier list. We're going to be ranking all of the pedo YouTubers. My channel is not monetized yet, so I figured before it gets monetized, why not make this video? So that way, if it does get monetized in the future, I didn't feel all too bad if this video ended up doing well. So in front of us, you can see we have our tier list. We have F+, F, D, and C. The reason I have done it this way is because normally tier lists go up in ranking, right? You start off at D tier and you make your way up to S+. But in this case, all the YouTubers suck. It just depends how much they suck big dookie. So the best tier we have is C. This is like, okay, you did something stupid, but it's not like the biggest deal. And then all the way in F+, this is like, you screwed your career, you're a big moron, and you deserve to rot in hell. So we got the tier list here, and we are gonna get straight into it. Starting off with the first contender, we have Mr. James Charles. Just look at that face. I don't even know what to say, man. I don't even know what to say. James Charles is obviously, or was obviously, one of the most popular influencers on the channel, with millions of subscribers, faced with multiple allegations of inappropriate messaging with underage boys. The craziest part is that they were straight underage boys. So not only was James Charles trying to do things with underage people, but he's trying to take straight people against their will, groom them into being gay, and then have sexual relations with them. Kind of crazy. In 2021, several minors came forward with screenshots and accounts of their interactions with James Charles. Initially, he denied the allegations, claiming that the boys lied about their ages. However, he later admitted to engaging in conversations with two of the boys, leading to a significant public backlash. James Charles lost brand deals and faced calls for his channel to be demonetized, although he continues to create content. It is kind of crazy how YouTube literally just shields any big YouTuber. I mean, for example, we got the whole Mr. Beast thing going on right now, and I doubt YouTube's gonna do crap. They're gonna let it be fine, and it's just like the Logan Paul stuff. For some reason, YouTube just loves to shield the biggest douchebags. And it's because they make them the most money. Obviously, Mr. Beast is going to be shielded till the end of time because he is making Google so much money. It's insane. I mean, they literally get like 33% of his revenue, so they're making hundreds of millions of dollars off of Mr. Beast. And, well, we got James Charles, so where are we going to rank him? Well, not only, as I said, was he trying to have sex with underage boys, but they were straight, and he tried to groom them into being gay, which is just absolutely insane. There's nothing wrong with being gay, I want to point that out now. But if you're taking somebody that says they don't swing that way, and then you're like, no, you swing that way, that's a little crazy, especially for somebody with as much of a popular influence as him. So, Mr. James Charles, you are going to be scooting right into the F+ category. I think what he did is about as bad as it gets. He not only admitted to messaging multiple underage boys, but also lost the most subscribers ever in a single day out of anybody on the platform. To me, that is insane, and because of that, you make your way right into the F+ tier. Congratulations! Hey, you want a cupcake? I got a big ol' cupcake for you, because my name is EDP445. This guy has completely destroyed his life. I've seen so many videos of him just walking down the road, and literally everybody will trash on him. But honestly, it's pretty deserved. If you are a predator, I think your life does deserve to be ruined, especially if you are in a YouTube area. You are working with children. That's what, a lot of people always wonder how it's possible so many YouTubers end up being pedos. And it's pretty simple. As a YouTuber, your audience is usually on the younger side. And because of that, it's very easy to interact with minors. And I think that's where a lot of these content creators get stuck into the situation of being predators. So let's read what I wrote about EDP. He was a popular content creator known for his comedic and often controversial takes on sports and other topics. In 2021, he was caught in a sting operation conducted by a group posing as a minor on a line. This is obviously where the infamous "I was just getting a cupcake" clip came from. The sting revealed his attempts to meet up with a supposed 13-year-old girl, leading to a massive outcry. EDP terminated his channel, and he was effectively blacklisted from most social media platforms. He attempted to return to content creation on other platforms, but faced continuous bans and a tarnished reputation. EDP also is going to be making his way into the F tier. I mean, big ol' stinking L from EDP. Absolutely destroyed his entire career, his entire life. He can't walk into a Starbucks without being harassed now, and he's literally the biggest laughingstock of the platform. I don't know how bro thought saying "I was getting a cupcake" was gonna be a good excuse, but somehow I actually think EDP is worse than James Charles in this list here, Like, James Charles, just a big old dummy, but I think EDP is actually, like, pretty bad stuff, man. That's all I'm gonna say, but both of them are big L's. I'm putting EDP ahead. We arrive to a YouTuber that I actually used to watch when I was younger, and that is Mini Lad. I could have been one of the Mini Lads that he talked to. Good thing I'm not into dudes. Mini Lad, well, likes Mini Lads, and he was caught up in a lot of controversy. He, I think at one point, was part of the Vanoss group, and then he kind of branched off. He was a super duper popular YouTuber. It's kind of good for the Vanoss group he branched off, if you think about it, because, man, if he had been caught up in this controversy when he was part of their group, it would have been bad, kind of like the Chris Tyson situation we have going on now. He admitted in 2020 to having inappropriate conversations with underage fans. He issued a public apology, claiming that he was seeking therapy and trying to improve himself. Despite this, many fans and fellow content creators distanced themselves from him, and his reputation has never recovered. He announced his departure from social media, but as usual, they always try to return, albeit he has basically no following. So, yeah, I'm sorry, but if you are a pedo, there's just no world you're going to be able to get a following again. I don't think what Mini Lad did was as bad as EDP. EDP legitimately tried to meet up with a 13-year-old. And not only that, but as we went over, James Charles literally tried grooming straight men into being gay, and they were underage, just a whole bunch of douchebaggery. So I don't think Mini Lad deserves to be in the F plus tier, but he's still in the F tier. He had such a large following and absolutely destroyed his channel and everything that he had going for it. And yeah, I mean, it's just crazy how you can go from so high to so low in such a short amount of time. We, of course, gotta throw in some Minecraft YouTubers, so we have Call Me Carson. If you were to ask me, out of the list of people that I have today, who I would think is a predator, I'd probably pick Carson. He just kind of has that look. Carson, known for his Minecraft content and collaborations with other YouTubers, was accused in early 2021 of engaging in inappropriate relationships with underage fans. The situation was complicated by the fact Carson was only 19 at the time of the allegations, with some fans arguing that the age gap was minimal. However, others criticized the power dynamic at play. Carson took a break from social media following the accusations, but returned later in the year with an apology and explanation, although his popularity had waned significantly. Here's what I'll say. Legally, you are able to date people in certain age gaps, depending on what state you live in. Like, I live in Ohio, and I'm not even joking, legally in Ohio, you can actually, have relations with somebody that is 17 and 16, depending on the circumstances and if everyone's consenting. But still, that's kind of crazy that somebody can be over the age of 18 and be in a relationship with somebody that's 16. It's a little crazy. Personally, I don't care what the law says. In general, I feel like if you're over the age of 18, you should really only be talking to people that over the age of 18. And while legally it might be okay to have relations with somebody that's 17 or even 16, if you are a social media influencer, best choice is to not. I mean, you have millions of fans, and really the best choice you can find is somebody that's underage. Come on, man. You know the moment that that shit gets brought to light, you are donezo. You need to be smarter. I don't know what to say. I mean, why can't you just stay friends with them if they're only like a year or maybe 2 years away from turning 18? You don't need to instantly turn things sexual. But unfortunately for Carson, that is exactly what happened. Pretty big L. I'm not gonna put him in like the like biggest L categories. Like what he did was still a little goofy, but I don't think he did technically anything illegal. And while it was obviously bad, and I'm not gonna sit here and say that whatever the age gap was is good, I don't think he did anything nearly as bad as the other YouTubers. That's what I'll say. Another gaming YouTuber has entered the ring, being ProJared. ProJared is actually a rather weird controversy. He was a prominent gaming YouTuber known for his reviews and humorous content. In 2019, he was accused of soliciting explicit photos from fans, some of whom were allegedly underage. Situation was further complicated by his public divorce, during which his ex-wife accused him of infidelity. ProJared responded by releasing a detailed video where he denied the allegations and provided evidence that he believed proved his innocence regarding the accusations involving minors. Despite this, his reputation took a major hit, although he has managed to maintain a smaller but loyal fan base. I think ProJared, out of all of these, is definitely going to go into the C tier as well. As we said, it's alleged that he spoke to people that were underage and asked for photos. I think if he actually did it, he would have been more in the situation with Austin Jones and probably been in jail for 10 years. So I don't really know, obviously, the full story, but I do think that he's more in the C tier. It didn't affect him as much as the other YouTubers. He didn't completely get banned off of social media. But the thing that sucks in general is when you have conversations with fans, especially when they are close to whatever age they are, you just need to not do that. That's what I keep saying. Like, just stay away from people that are young. If you want to meet people, meet them in real life or on Tinder where they're over the age. Don't meet them on Discord where it's somebody that's like 16 that says they're 18 or something stupid. And pair that with his public divorce, and definitely a pretty big L. But I don't think he deserves to be in the Mini Lad situation. Mini Lad took a big ol' stinking L. So we're gonna leave him in the C tier. I think that's fair. Oh boy, you'll never guess what. Another Minecraft YouTuber. This one, Lion Maker. Lion Maker was accused in 2015 of having inappropriate relationships with underage fans. These accusations included grooming and sending explicit messages and photos. The allegations were serious enough to warrant legal action, and Lion Maker faced widespread condemnation from the YouTube community and beyond. His channel was eventually terminated, and his online presence disappeared almost entirely. Honestly, I haven't kept up too much with the Lion Maker drama because it kind of just faded off into obscurity. Plus, that was like 9 years ago, and judging that I'm 21 right now, 9 years ago was, a while ago. So I was not really old enough to keep up with all the situation that underwent, but Lion Maker, pretty big L, man, pretty big L. I mean, you didn't go to jail, but you still did stuff so bad that you had legal actions. You got terminated off of YouTube. We're gonna put you in the F tier. I don't think you're going to F+. I still think Austin Jones, as of now, is the biggest L. I mean, 10 years in jail, man. That's pretty bad. But let's be honest. Lion Maker, you did a pretty big oopsie there, and didn't go all too well for you. We got a real interesting one up next, as this literally happened just a few weeks ago after recording. Dr. Diddle Respect is in the house. Dr. Disrespect is really just the biggest L I've ever seen in my life, and you definitely deserve an F+ fail. Why? Well, first of all, he was married and literally had like a great life, multi-millionaire. Like, how can you throw something away that's so perfect? You have a loving wife, you have a great family, and you're tall, you're amazing at sports, you're a millionaire, you're a great personality. Oh, and I gotta diddle children. Like, really? Come on, man. You checked off every box, and then you selected at the bottom all of the above without reading the terms and conditions. Yeah, pretty big L. I mean, I've never seen somebody fall from grace so hard. Now, the crazy part about Dr. Disrespect is that he could actually make a bit of a comeback. He's one of those people that simply does not give a flying crap about what people think, or at least that's what he says. And it would really not surprise me if Dr. Disrespect made a comeback and still had a very large audience even after all of the accusations and everything that has been laid out. Essentially, if you've been living under a rock for the past couple of weeks, Dr. Disrespect randomly out of nowhere was accused of talking to underage people and planning to meet up with them. By the way, while he's married. And, you know, originally people were like, there's no way this is true. Let's wait for Dr. Disrespect to make a response. And he did, and literally said that he basically talked to the person and didn't deny any of the claims. In other words, yeah, he talked to an underage child while married and planned to meet up with them. Whoa, what a great job. How to throw away your career in 5 seconds. Flush. Yeah, I think this is an F+ fail. I mean, he's not going to go to jail for what he did, but I think that it's arguably just as bad as Austin Jones, if you ask me. Before we break into the final person, if you do enjoy this type of content and you'd like to see more like it, add a subscriber to my 11 subscribers that I have currently on the channel. I have no clue if this video is going to do well or not, but I thought it'd be fun to record. Also, if I missed any people, let me know. There are some people like Anisian, I think that's how you pronounce it. I personally have never watched him, but he did pop up in a lot of these searches. But since I've never watched him and I'm not really too clued in on the drama, I'm not going to put my 2 cents in there. But for the last person, the hint you're going to get is Jimmy New. Yeah, everybody knows. It's Ava Chris Tyson. And you instantly go right into the F+ category. I think Dr. Disrespect and Ava Chris Tyson are a match made in heaven, because Ava Chris Tyson basically did the same thing. She messaged underage people and had plans to meet up with them. It's crazy to me that that these things just keep happening and happening and happening. Not only did Ava Chris Tyson throw away a loving marriage with children, but then tried to diddle other children. It's just... wow, I don't really know what to say at all. And while this was all going on, it was done in Mr. Beast's Discord. As I said, the issue with content creators, especially a lot of them that we've gone over, have to do with gaming content. I mean, how many do we have with gaming? 1, 2, 3. I'd count Mr. Beast definitely in the gaming / young audience part. So at least 60 to 70% of the people here are in gaming, and that's without even bringing in the dream drama and all the other YouTubers. Point being, when you are in YouTube, the audience you have is always going to be younger than, you know, anywhere else you work. And because of that, it gives you very easy access to children, and children are easily manipulated. And not only that, but they kind of idolize you, you know, like, you don't realize this, but like when I watch Markiplier, for example, he's kind of like this omnipotent being. Like, I love Mark. And if he were to start messaging me, it would obviously be a lot different than just if some random person started messaging me. If you're a child, it's very easy to get manipulated by these thoughts. And because of that, this is why these YouTubers get caught up in so much controversy. Ava Chris Tyson, big ol' L though. Not only was part of Mr. Beast's crew, got completely terminated from the Mr. Beast crew. Now Jimmy's doing an active investigation inside the company. Now, personally, I think that's a bunch of mumbo jumbo. I don't think anything's going to come up of it. And that's because of the fact Jimmy is friends, literally best friends with Ava Chris Tyson. And not only that, but when they shared an apartment together, there was Shadman art in the apartment that was on the wall that everybody could see even in a video, which is kind of goofy if you ask me. So the Ava Chris Tyson situation is a big ol' stinking L. Honestly, everybody here loses, let's be real. That's why I made the tier list at worst C tier. Like, nobody can literally go type in the comments, well, you were too nice. I mean, bro, the worst we have is C. That's still pretty freaking bad. If I got a C on a test, I'd be pissed. And then we got D, F, and F+. I think Mini Lad, he's kind of like in between here. He really threw his career, but I don't think it was as bad as the people above, personally. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Do you agree with my decisions? Would you have added more people? Would you have put them lower? Either way, hopefully you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.